We sitting here, I supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We ain't talking about the game. What are we talking about? We talking about practice, man.
Knocked away by Cheeks and a steal. Cheeks will use up the clock. Goes Malone. And that may do it. And Julius has his ring. Moses Malone did what Philadelphia wanted him to do. The champions of the NBA 1982-83.
What's good, y'all? Uptown Tone back, season 2, episode 7, FoFoFo podcast. Nice episode. It's All-Star Sunday, actually. NBA All-Star Sunday. I got two great guys in here with me today. I got Cousin Cliff. Y'all know Cousin Cliff. And I got a new host to the show who comes very highly recommended, man. He's a sports guy. I hear he's a long-time caller, long-time listener of the Fanatic and all kind of things in the city. I want to give a shout out to my guy, Claude Robinson, man. And thank you for coming on and being on the show with us, man.
Well, no doubt, appreciate that, man. You see the bat signal up behind me. I heard you needed some help, so I had to help. You know, they put the call out. I'm here for y'all, brothers. Peace. What's up?
No doubt, right. Definitely got that bat signal up. That's a nice one.
Be ready to go. I know the super villain might feel some kind of way about that down there, but you know what's on.
You see us up, you know what's on. You know what I mean?
It's a yin and yang thing. I'm good with that. You know what I mean?
Got you. But before we get in, because we got a nice docket today, a lot of good stuff to talk about. How y'all feeling, man? Corona's out here. I always got to do my men's health check, see how my guys are doing, man, during this craziness.
Man, I don't know if you've been out and about or whatever. Yo, the city's open.
Yeah, it is.
They talking like it ain't. City is open.
It's crazy too, it's because crazy, it's like, come on, man. Like this is nothing really changed with the Corona news besides the people who need to make money saying, all right, enough is enough, man. We opening it up. Texas done had enough. Texas said we don't even want to see that damn mask no more. We don't even want to see that damn mask no more.
Come on down. We just had the snowstorm. Right. How about that? You niggas had 8 inches of snow and couldn't survive, and you want everybody to come on down. You right. No, I'm good. Super good on that.
I don't know about y'all, but I had a bout with that Corona, man, and that shit ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? So and I ain't had it nowhere near as bad as most. So God wanted, I'm here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But even the part that I had to deal with it, me and my lady, that shit ain't no joke. So I ain't been playing with it from the rip. I don't care if they saying it's open or not. I ain't cool to everybody. You know what I'm saying? To that shit slow down for real. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
And even when they say this shit slowing down, it ain't slowed down. It's not slowed the fuck down. Fuck that.
Right, man.
Same boat, Clez. I lost taste. Didn't really have no effects, no issues, but I definitely lost taste for about, I'll say 11, 12 days. And everything was just cool. That's it. But I was down legit. Like niggas talking about that joint like the flu. Nah, I ain't want to hear that, dog. That was the flu times 2 to me. Like that joint had me down. That means sick, stomach, just fatigue, fever, all that, man. And luckily it didn't mess with my lungs like that to the very, very end. I started having problems like losing my breath, just doing little simple stuff. But God willing, I had to go to the hospital when I got through it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I ain't playing. I'm already about to take my second shot of the vaccine now, man. So I ain't even messing around at all, man. Like I ain't playing. No doubt. Yo, God is good, man. God is good, bro. God is very good. That's what it is.
If I got any listeners out there, we got listeners out there that's feeling froggy. Hopefully y'all listening to Cliff and Cliz's testimonials with this thing and thinking twice about your movements out there, man. Because a lot of times it ain't about you. You may be the strong person that can deal with Corona, but you also may be the agent that's passing it on to somebody else. So that's what I always think about. And while I be chilling, man. I'm only going to imperative places only, and it ain't no more than 5 people where I'm going at, and that's once a week to pod.
Facts.
But yeah, man.
That Cavalier shit I was talking.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. We're gonna start with basketball. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna start with basketball, and then we're gonna let Cliff give his much anticipated, because all the listeners is waiting to see what you got to say about Carson Wentz. We've been keeping them dry. We gave P his chance last week because I know y'all the 2 people that they wanted to hear from, dog.
My bad, I missed that, man. We got to set that back up. My bad. Man. I missed that one.
I'm actually glad that you missed it because now the fans get to see your beautiful face, Cousin Cliff, with the nice shotties on.
You know what I'm saying? The face of a brick. Appreciate that though. Face of a fucking living brick, man.
All right, so look, let's jump right into it, man. The All-Star game is tonight. I know that we had conversation about this on previous episodes. You guys weren't on, but I was a part of the people saying that this is something that we really didn't need. It felt like it was rushed. It felt like it's very heavily monetarily pushed.
Motivated.
You feel what I'm saying?
Incentivized.
Like
Motivated, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. So just everything that you guys have seen since the All-Star game has been said it's going to happen. Since you've seen all the injuries, since you've seen all what's going on, and now that we have the latest news that our beloved Ben and JoJo will not be playing because of contact tracing, just give me your thoughts on that, man. Like just your final thoughts on this All-Star game before we get into all the fun stuff. Just give me how you feeling and what's your post on it.
Where you at, Cliz? What you got, brother?
Listen, man, I just think overall, man, it's corny. Like you said, money motivated idea for sure. You know, you're risking people's health and well-being just for some, and they try to, and the thing that pissed me off a little bit, they try to hide it under the guise that, oh yeah, it was benefiting HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? And get you all Black Power, you know what I'm saying? And get everybody all acting like it's not about something else, you know? You putting people at risk, and unfortunately, you know, Ben and Joe had to try to get a fresh cut to go down there, and it wound up contacting Corona. You know what I mean? Coming in contact with somebody who had Corona. So I mean, you know, God willing, they cool, and this don't derail our season too much, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than basketball. You know what I'm saying? And for the whole time during the whole Corona, it's been an issue with Atlanta specifically and Georgia, and their lax rules on it in general. You know what I'm saying? So you bring all these people into the city because everybody's still partying, all the clubs are still up, and imagine the exposure you're going to these people when they go back home and go see their people. So I just think it's corny. I think it's false. You know, unfortunately, I'm a sports fan, so I'm gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it wasn't necessary, straight up. And it's just unfortunate. So hopefully everybody make it out safe. Hopefully, you know, it spiked too much down there, and these people don't go and take the stuff home to their folks, man.
Thanks. Cliff, how you feeling?
Man, Cliz came with it on that one.
Right.
I mean, we've spoke about this, and I don't want to say nauseum because that's a pretty big word compared to this, but it's definitely money motivated. It's monetarily driven. I think that basically the NBA is just trying to re-up. The price of Brent went up. You know what I'm saying? From the wire, the price of Brent went up. They rushed everything last year by forcing those games in a bubble. Everything was expedite. Now it's like, yo, we got to pay this money back to Marlo and them. You know what I'm saying? If they fronted us to work on co-signing, we got to get this money right back. And I think that's all it was. You know me, I tend to think about things a little differently. I think that most of the players weren't really hyped to go there. So, like, it's like, oh, I got the bid? No, I'm injured. I don't want to go, like, yo, I don't want to go to Georgia. I don't want to meet a bubble again. I'm cool. We're just getting back to playing at my home stadium, back to talking to the people that work in the facility. I can be around my teammates. I can talk to the coaches. There's a lot of moving variables. You know, it's the NBA. With Ben and Joe, you know, I'm going to be a nigga in the supervillain right now. Why is you niggas trying to get cuts? Ain't no bitches. Y'all not going to be around no joints. Y'all not going to be around no joints. You're going to be in a bubble locked up in a fire.
No.
My job told me I had to go out of town.
No. I've seen some footage. I've seen footage of that. I got mad footage. It's mad wheels that's been broken into. It's
crazy. It's nuts. Yeah.
Did you see the Gilly video? The Gilly video where the nigga said, yo, I'm paying $1,500 for this hotel room. It was niggas in the lobby rolling dice. Like 20 niggas. Whole dice game. It's just like, yo, word. Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good.
They said the NBA had to send out 200 cease and desist orders for promoters putting the logo on the party flyers.
It's up.
What do you think was going to happen, though, bro? Like, what do you think was going to happen? It's All-Star Weekend. People dying for a taste, fam. I've been to All-Star Weekend. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it's like. Everybody, every doggone groupie in the world is migrating their way down there. Every fella trying to look for a chick to get down, they going down there. It's plenty. All the robbers and the major thieves, they down there. You seen cars on bricks down there, dog.
I just say the cars is on bricks, bricks. All of them. That's a big fact.
Yeah,
the more concerning part for me with this is a few weeks ago or close to a month ago. Remember the mayor of Atlanta? She said, yo, please do not have this game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the financial that's going to come with this, but we'll be good without the financial. We're worried about the people. And that goes to show you again, to Cliz's point, that this is all money motivated and financially driven for the evil empire. That's all it is. And you're putting your players, you're putting these young men at risk because these are young millionaire men that are brands, their logos. They know what it is. They young millionaires.
It's allegedly the top 24 you have in the league. So we don't need a breakout between these 24 people because it's like, damn, what's the league
it's going to shut shit down. It's going to shut shit down. Because remember, infamous Lemon Pepper Lou, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't stand the motherfucking bubble. So you really think you gonna have them niggas down there? No. No. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go bust these moves and look at these cheeks. I want some Waffle House. I'm gonna be amongst the people. Right. Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, so moving out of the negative connotation, is like Cliz said, we are fans, and that's why we have a sports show, and that's why we're here today.
Facts.
So let's turn into fans and let's take our political hats off. And so we got it. I always start with Sixers talk, man. So of course we just said Ben and JoJo not playing, but when you think about the All-Star game, you think about halfway through the NBA season. And what I like to think about is preseason awards. So I like to think about halfway through who's at the top of the running for these awards. The awards I think about in my mind are MVP. I think about defensive player. I think about rookie of the year. And I think about sixth man. Most improved is kind of, I don't know. For me, I look at so many people in the league that could be most improved. I don't like when they give most improved to some people because it's like, damn, that bull was like 2 points away from that last year. How is he? You know what I'm saying? So most improved is a tricky one. You can give one. I'm not really worried about it. You know what I'm saying? But how y'all feeling? I know we watch a lot of basketball here. Cliff, I know you more of a football guy than a basketball guy, but I know you in tune to the basketball and everything that's going on. So you've seen enough. Yeah, you right. But listen, and I think this year, you've in tune. Even if you're in tune with the Sixers, we got some awards coming our way. At least we need to have some awards coming our way.
Yes, we do. Yes,
I'm going to start it because I got it on the docket right now, and I don't care. You two better be in agreement with me. But I got Joel EMVP. We changing his last name.
Hell yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But JoJo, I know I was one in saying I've been highly critical of him and Ben the last 2 years, even so much so of I'm on air and I'm not afraid to say it, of last year, just with Brett Brown and the whole situation that we were in. I was telling people, like Cliff likes to bring up when he says stuff. I was saying all last year, look, if we had to choose between them, who would you choose? And I'm on record of saying that I would choose Ben over JoJo because JoJo just 7 foot and just the shelf life of what you have historically with 7-footers. And he wasn't showing me this JoJo. This is the JoJo we were begging for him to be. So I thought that something drastic was going to happen this year if we didn't go in the direction that we went to. Because I didn't have faith in us getting Doc Rivers. I didn't have faith in any of that stuff. The way that we just kept throwing money at Brett Brown and we kept scapegoating for him. But once Brett Brown went out, once Doc Rivers came in, and then I laid my eyes on this guy, this 7'3" behemoth that we've been asking to play. And the thing about it is he hasn't taken away from anything that he loves to do. He loves to put the ball on the floor. He still does that at a high level. He loves to shoot that ball, shoot the three. He still does that at a high level. You feel what I'm saying? He has just adopted this dominance about him. He has just come into knowing that I'm 7'3", 300, and it's like zero other people in the league at that size.
Polish.
He's playing lights out. I mean, the 50-point games, the 40-something point game, and games that matter too. On all that talk is going on about me and Rudy Gobert and all this. Let me dead that right now. We ain't even going to continue that. All right, feature eyes on this game. Watch how I do. That's how I feel about JoJo. Where y'all at in the standing? Because that's my MVP. That's where I'll start.
You just doing MVP right now? Just MVP.
Just MVP right
now. Look, I'm in agreement with you and Joe. I think it's not even a question right now. I mean, I think Harden deserves some credit. You know what I'm saying, for the way he playing and changed his game around because he's passing at a crazy rate with these assists he's getting right now and kind of playing secondary to Kyrie. And Durant ain't playing right now, but really facilitating that team. I'll give him some credit for that because he looked washed in the beginning of the season, but it was obviously because he ain't care. You know what I'm saying? So he back on his thing. But Joel is the most dominant figure in the NBA. I think he's the most dominant athlete we probably seen in Philadelphia since Will Chamberlain. I honestly do. And look, and I'm gonna touch on a couple points you said. A lot of people talk about, and you just said about how he's playing last year and how he's playing previously. And a lot of people don't know Joel Embiid. I think he's more judicious with his shots now. You know what I'm saying? He's being smarter about when he takes his shots. He's not getting those quick jumpers, some quick threes up that just irritate you. He's not shooting 8 or 9 of them a game. Sometimes he did last year too. So I think that one of the things I attribute to the Sixers change this year has been is a lot of people putting on Doc Rivers, and he deserves a lot of credit for it, no doubt about that. But I think it's been a culture change. You know what I'm saying? The Sixers come from a place where as though they came into a losing situation, both of these young boys, Ben and Joe. They came into a team that was supposed to lose. You had no veterans and no veteran president. You had a rookie coach. You had no idea who was in charge. Then we had the whole thing with what's the guy's name? Colangelo, you know, and then once he gone, is Elton Brand in charge? Is Brett Brown in charge? Who? Nobody knew what's up. So now we got Doc Rivers holding it down. We got Morey holding it down. We got a very solidified front office. And that has a lot to do with the whole culture change of the Sixers, you know? Right. And I think it's maturity. You know what I'm saying? These boys is young boys. Yeah. So, you know, you can look at all the best players, and ain't nobody really coming to the league just winning like that and really leading teams to this point. You know what I'm saying? So I think it comes from just getting age. He had a baby. He's more focused now. He's obviously more driven. He's focused on himself and being in shape. And I think all of this is just leading to him being able to produce consistently. You know what I'm saying? That's what it came down, because he had great games. He scored like 40 on Milwaukee last year on Christmas on Giannis, and we won that big game. So you know he can do it. He's called this up. I'm the best player in the league. He said it before. He had the talent, but you wanted to see it more consistently. You wanted to see a more driven. Like I compare him to Joel was a little too much, you know, playful, a little too much to Dwight Howard, not enough Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though these both are playful characters, but Shaq know how to get busy when it's time to get busy. And I think that was the Dwight Howard problem for a while. He just played around with just goofy too much. And sometimes you gotta be serious. Let these jokers know I'm nothing to be played with. And I think Joel just took it to the next level. I'm proud of his growth. I think that Doc Rivers holding these dudes for accountability, let them know what it is. And I think he's the MVP far and above. As much as I said, I want to give Harden some kudos, but Joel is the MVP, no doubt about it.
That's a fact. Cliffy, baby.
No doubt. I agree with all three of you guys as far as Joel Embiid is the MVP. Clear cut, concise. You brought up a point and said that, like, 7-3, behemoth. Nobody wants no problems with what he's doing. I believe he scored more 40-point games than the entire NBA. Yep. Like the players in the NBA. I think one of the players done it more than him. I forgot that stat, but it's a random crazy stat. This kid finally clicks. Right. I think with Joel Embiid, to both everybody's point, shout out to my man Tahir. He said this in the summer, and I was a little negative because I'm like, Jones, I thought all this other minutia doesn't matter. He has a son. And, it's not being sexist or chauvinistic. He has a son. He made a statement and said that when my son is of age and my son's going to go back and does his Googles, he's going to know his father was an MVP and a champion. So he's thinking macro versus micro, which is my legacy. My legacy with Philadelphia. My legacy as a Sixer. My legacy in the NBA. So for me, Clears hit the point and says, it's the approach. It's where we are right now. He is the process. He always was the process. And the way this kid is playing, we're seeing the process. It looks like the process is coming to fruition. For not to be ironic or to be cliche, but the process it's looking really good right now. It's definitely all about Doc Rivers. We talked about that nauseum. The episode where you talked about Ben, you wanted Ben over Joe. It's something about his 7-footer. Pause. They're like, we haven't seen anybody do anything that this kid can do since Shaq, since a young Shaq, the Orlando Magic Shaq that could run, rip and roll, and do everything. But with Doc Rivers, I mean, just like Clay said, it's an overall culture change. You got to think about everything. We talked about this on the last episode I was on with FoFo. It's about the identity. And with the Sixers, we lacked an identity. So what do? We got a basketball guy. Daryl Morey said, okay, I'm going to let Elton cook. I'm going to let you cook. But check this out. If this is the head, I'm the brain. Just trust in what we're doing. Josh Harris, all the people, Michael Rubin, all the powers that be with the Sixers. Finally, we got a guy that understands basketball. And I hate to play, I'll be the supervillain here. I hate to say it, but we got a black coach that can talk to black players.
Nah, you can't never hate to say that on the FoFoFo. You can't never hate to say that on the FoFoFo.
I've been your age. You ain't been my age yet, young man. Listen to me. You want to win? I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to win. It's on you. If you don't, I'm going to get, what do they say? If you can get a horse to the water, you can't make him drink. I'm going to get you where you got to go. If you want to drink, that's on you. So for me, I think that we have a basketball guy. We have a basketball. We have
and
a
his staff too.
basketball.
Don't forget, Doc got a great staff too,
I was about to say the staff with Yeager, with Sam Cassell. I was just going to say that's my next point. We have an overall basketball franchise now. Everybody knows something about basketball. They've played, they've coached at a high level somewhere. That translates. That translates, period, point blank. We understand, okay, hey, we need depth. Let's go ahead and get these guards can knock these shots down. We're going to tie into the defense. You're going to see a lot of things on the back end that just wasn't there. It was white noise at some point with Brett Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he did a great job. He was hired not to succeed. I think we all realize that. Brett Brown was not the coach to get us over the hump. He was there to groom players, find players, put in position, and we'll figure it out. But right now, I agree with you two gentlemen. Joel Embiid's the MVP, but it's not even close. Not even close. I don't even want to put no bad juju about the kid. Just
right.
No, real shit, shit. Because we're from Philadelphia, man. Dumb shit happens to us. Dumb shit,
you, man. I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with you, dog. I am in total agreement with you. I do not want to slap rock this at all, man. Like,
what was this? 2 or 3 years ago? We had them. We had the Toronto Raptors. He went to go see Trevor Noah and went to the fucking R bar. He don't drink, but he just stayed out too late, got a bug. We won the game. We had the back-to-back. We win the back-to-back. We beat Toronto. We go to Golden State. That's a chip we win. Clay goes down. Durant goes down. We win that fucking chip. That's why I'm saying, it's Philly. The gods don't fuck with us in some areas for some reason. The basketball guys, the football guys don't fuck with us.
Right.
But like we talked about, the Sixers were my dark horse. Man, we looking good. And Doc is just, And the cool thing, I'm sorry if I'm being long-winded, fellas, with the tangent. The cool thing for me with Doc Rivers is that he hasn't had to coach yet. If that makes any sense. We haven't, like that game against Utah, I think he might have had to dip in his bag a little bit. But we haven't seen him literally get in his bag like, what are they doing? Read and react? Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Now you're going to see why I'm the coach that I am. Watch this, y'all.
A lot of them games that I think a lot of the games that we won against the top players they are his wins. For me, they are Doc Rivers wins. That's the clear difference. Like when we went and I feel like we beat the Nets one of them games and when we came back. Those games be Doc wins, and you can clearly tell, man, because he do certain things. Like he don't do the Brett Brown. All right, 2 minutes left in the third. All right, this is what's supposed to happen. Like he's ever watching the game in and game out. If Shake is rolling, he gonna tell Steph. He gonna tell Seth, stay close, yo, stay close.
Chill.
I was about to put you in, but stay close. I want to see what Shake is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Moving right along to my defensive player. My defensive player of the year is Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
As of right now, the guy's lights out, and this is what I've been talking about. About Ben Simmons, period. Like I've been high on Ben Simmons since he's been in the league because I feel like I like to think of myself as a basketball guy. I like to think of myself as a student of this game, and I'm a forward thinker, and I understand how this game today is being played. So all of these things that I've been saw in Ben Simmons, he's been doing. You just can't hang your hat on him when you're losing. Like nobody really cares, and you 7 foot not putting the ball in the hole. But when you sub some of that garbage out that we had last year, you get a couple guys in here that can put the ball in the hole.
Yep.
When you take the focus off of Toby in that contract, because when he signed that contract, you want Toby to be that guy. You want him. That contract says he gives you 25 points and a lot of other stuff a game. That's what that contract say. And I know when he signed that and he seen how we was treating him, he was feeling that. Now that you got JoJo doing what he does, now that you got a couple shooters in here, now that it's spread, the pressure of the Sixers is not on, because I hate the way the NBA goes, because you got a guy like a LeBron James, you get a guy like a Kevin Durant, and you see that they have no problem carrying their team. Now, all of a sudden, to be on their level, you have to carry your team. And I don't know what happened in between the 1800s and now, but I always thought that basketball was a team sport.
Team game. Right,
team sport. Crazy. We all like team sport, team game. No doubt.
So,
we all think about that.
Now that they have kind of got that focus off the process, and it's kind of spread. We know JoJo leads us. We know Ben is close in toe behind him. But this whole pressure thing, everybody has the responsibility that we're banking on. Nobody's just like, our superstar is going to pick that up. Well, our superstar is going to pick this up. No. Because as I get into this next conversation about the piece that we need or any trades that we need to make for the deadline, as we can see, we're not a team that can have not one of these people sit down any game because we turn into a completely different team.
Yep.
And that's why we need another piece. But so far, Ben is my defensive player of the year. Ben guards 1 through 4, and it's the way that he does it. Like you have to you have to know this game of basketball to appreciate a Ben Simmons. And that's why people talk so much shit about him, is because they don't know nothing about this game of basketball.
They don't know ball facts.
They don't know nothing about it. They know nothing about it. They know nothing about how he makes every single person on offense and defense think twice about whatever it is they did the night before against somebody that wasn't him. I sat there and watched how Dame Lillard can't get lanes on Ben Simmons. It don't matter if he getting on the first move. 7 foot and I move like I'm 6 foot. I'm going to that's like having Dion at your cornerback. You don't care if he gets beat on the first move. He's going to recover.
Right.
I'm gonna stay with you. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you got 7 foot wingspan, it's like the things that he makes people do, the passes, the pick and roll things that they like to do, and they throw the lob up. You don't see many lobs getting thrown on the Sixers because you can't throw it. You can't throw it when a 7 footer in your face and a 7 footer is behind him. You can't do it.
Yep.
You can't do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And making a lot of stuff. He makes a lot of stuff hard out there, and he plays hard. He plays hard. You can tell he really fucking wants it on defense. He gets the holler. He gets the flex himself. All that confidence and swag that people want him to see on offense, check him out on defense. Check him out.
He's doing that. Facts. He's definitely doing that shit.
Check him out. Check him out.
That's nothing. Defense ain't nothing but effort.
Play hard every play. When he drafted him, he said, "Mr. Play hard every play." And
every fucking play.
Reason, man. Straight up.
I remember that. I remember that.
Liz, your defensive player of the year. Oh, Cliff, you go, Cliff. Who's your defensive player of the year?
It's going to sound like I feel like I'm just jockeying, but
Ben Simmons. This is the Philadelphia Sports Podcast. You don't have to lead with those caveats, man.
This is where we were the last conversation when it was Prez and Mike, and we were talking about the whole James Harden, why I didn't want James Harden with the Sixers. It was like, oh, we got to trade Ben. And I'm just like, look, I'll take the 24-year-old kid that does A, B, and C, but he's exceptional at defense versus the guy that puts the ball in the bucket. I'm okay. I understand he's a get. I understand he gets buckets, but what Ben Simmons is doing, that is effort and mentality. That's something his pop put in there. That's something he wants. And for me, with basketball players, I care about offense. That's the lead. But on defense, that's nothing. Again, effort and mentality. And his mentality is, nah, nigga, no, you ain't doing this. You're not doing this. There was a play in Phoenix. Utah. He denied the entry pass coming on the right side, cutting through the foul line. Denied the pass. JoJo got it. He ran. He passed to Ben. Ben muscled the fuck out of Joe Ingles and puffed it. And I said, that was created through defense. He created that play. And all I said was like, yo, if he does this 4 or 5 times a game, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah. If you go back and watch that Utah game, it's a dunk. He just floored Joe Ingles, like move straight up shoulder and just dunk that shit
out the way.
Yep. Off the defense.
He's the one. People talk so much stuff about Ben Simmons, and I've been like you, Tone. I've been a Ben Simmons fan from the rip. He's for a person that can't shoot. I want to so much. Everybody want to think about. He's the one person that one person on this team. I mean, of course, Embiid, that every team is game planning against. Every team is game planning against him because of how dynamic he is on defense and in the open court, and how to try to deny. He leads the league in assists to 3-pointers. And we're not going to talk about his offense. Let's focus on his defense. He leads the league in deflections. It ain't about just getting the steals. It's making people second guess everything they do on the court. You're not getting past him without a pick. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, Tone, he can recover. So if you get him past the first move, he's right there on. You can block it from behind on the blindside block. You know what I mean? His defense, he's sticking the best offensive player.
Yes, he is. Fast.
Every night.
Great point.
And all that talk, the only person that's close to competition is him, if you want to say anybody, is Rudy Gobert. And you saw what Embiid did to him. So he's out.
Basically.
So he's out.
And Ben strapped up who? Who did he strap up that game? He got kicked out the fucking game. Ben strapped him right up. What you talking about, man? Get out of here. He strapped him right out.
So before we leave that point, while you touched on that point, Cliff, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the crying that Utah did after that game, that Mitchell and Gobert, they both sit up there, left all these statements. Everyone hates us. We're a small market. Y'all lead the league, and y'all the best record in the league. They called that
much.
foul when
3
he
points,
had him in the air.
everything.
He come sideways to get an extra foul. Like, come on, you talk all them fouls. They should have called more fouls on them down there on Embiid. All I'm doing. So give me a break. Stop the crying. You were frustrated because that boy locked your ass up. You had to shoot 33 shots to get 34 shots to get 33 points.
Yeah,
so don't
get out of here.
That boy is a beast out there. Regardless, anybody can give him credit. Everybody know where Ben Simmons at every time he's on the floor. No doubt about it. So that's the defensive players nowhere near close.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, man. That game, you could tell he had something with him because he was ragdolling Rudy. It wasn't even just like it's getting moves off on the Joker, and then it's ragdolling the Joker down there in that. It was looking ugly for Rudy down there, dog. Like,
I'm all for players getting their money, but it's no way in the world Rudy Gobert should make more money than Joel Embiid. You bugging the fuck out.
Older. So that's the only thing that's stopping. It's the only thing.
I know. It's
Black Panther, what Killmonger said. That's how I was thinking. This is your king. This is
right.
This Joker.
226 million.
Get him out of here.
Big time. That shit was beautiful. That was beautiful watching.
All right, man. So we're gonna switch pace. Rookie of the year, because I also want to do a small caveat. I see you got the Perry Yang.
We need to check Perry Yang. Tone need to check FoFoFo Uptown Worldwide. We need to check.
Yeah, mine's not as pure. I'm not. You know what I mean? I had a long weekend.
It might look like tea, but it's a little darker than tea. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, at least we all on the same accord, though, man. Let's
you know what I'm saying?
To that, man.
Rookie of the year, I can go first. Rookie of the year, I think it's another slam dunk, not even close with Melo Ball. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think Ball is killing it right now. That boy averaging 16.6 assists, 6 rebounds, and 1.5 steals a game. He was doing a lot of this stuff off the bench. He just started.
He just became a starter.
Jordan finally hit one. That boy gonna be a problem. He gonna be a problem.
Clay's on it. You
gotta give it to him, man. So I think it's an easy argument. He can shoot the outside. Jay, he a little erratic a little bit, but that's going to come. He got that size, man, and that handle, and he's always looking to pass. So I love him, man. I like him. I think he's gonna be real good. Definitely rookie of the year, no question.
I always love an opportunity to ask, where are all of y'all motherfuckers that was hating on LeVar Ball? Where are all y'all motherfuckers that was saying, he's exploiting his kids? He's doing all of this. It's real quiet on the home front right now. I know that. Shout out to young Melo. Shout out to old Melo. I don't know if y'all saw that this weekend, but I mean this week. But there was a lot of talk because LaMelo Star is rising. He has a lot of right. He has a lot of Melo in him. He does this after every 3. People saying, he needs to get his own name. He needs to get his own celebration. Anybody who know Uptown Tone know I'm a Melo guy. Did you see what my OG did, dog? First of all, he balled out against him, and then he told him, "Youngin, I need that jersey. I need that jersey."
Yep.
Went on the microphone and told the media, "Listen, y'all might as well just get used to having another Melo. I love it. I'm with it. Right. I love all of it. I love what he's doing. And I got me a signed LaMelo jersey, dog, in the picture. So what next question?
That's what's up.
Did you see the pregame?
I didn't.
My bad, John.
No,
there's a pregame video.
I was gonna say I love our new OGs. I don't think the Barkleys and the Jordans, and I don't think them in the world would have did things like that. But these LeBron James, these Carmelo Anthony's, these Chris Pauls, outside of how I critique how they play on the court, I absolutely love how they carry it and how they carry the torch and things of that nature. Go ahead, Cliz.
That's a good point. A lot of people hated on that, said these dudes are soft. Everybody want to be friends. These boys is competing every night against each other. No questions asked, and they cool at the end of the game. Ain't no need to be all that beef. If it ain't real, why not be cool? Why not lift your brother up? Especially in these times right now, it's like, man, we need to see more role models like that. Take these young boys under their wing and show them the way, and not just be hating and worry about somebody raining on your legacy like these other jokers did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all with it too. I like that, man. I do appreciate that. Especially LeBron, Chris Paul, Melo, they've been in the front of this thing from the jump, and they gonna usher these young boys into taking this league to the next level, and it's good to see, man. It's good to see, man.
It's definitely good to see.
Yeah, great 2 topics. Wow. I get like super I get like a million miles. I get a million thoughts in my head. The pregame video is a video where Melo's walking across. Baby Ball is sitting with a coach. Melo walks by and taps him. Melo gets up. He daps. They have a conversation. And you know what the convo was? He sits down. He daps him up. Melo turns and gives him one of those. I'm like, okay, OG's fucking with Baby Ball. That's love. That was the pregame. If you can find it. It might be on IG. One of those Jones, like Bleacher Report or something like that, but it was definitely a video of that. And to your point about with the OGs, it's crazy to call. First of all, this is how you know I'm getting old. The fact that LeBron James and these niggas are the OGs, it's like, y'all was young boys when I was watching y'all.
It doesn't seem that long ago.
It
doesn't seem that long ago.
It doesn't. But to your point about how they're carrying it, LeBron James look, I'm cursing. LeBron James does not give a fuck about the NBA. You need me, I need you. If you think y'all niggas gonna exploit me and have me on the goofy shit and doing this dumb shit, it ain't working like that, fam. I'm a single parent kid from Akron, Ohio that's not supposed to be here. I'm one of the top 20 most powerful men in the fucking world. You serious? No, I'm going to show these kids. This is how you move. This is how you're supposed to carry yourself. This is the business. No, don't let them dictate and tell you this. You do this. Yep. And it's beautiful, to your point, Cliz, that we have young black men showing younger black men how to carry. And this is how you're going to be consistent. This is how you take care of your family's family. There's so many variables with that, but I want to touch more on that, not to get off touch with that. But again, Baby Ball, LeVar Ball, man, everything that this guy has done, the only problem with LeVar Ball was he didn't have the equity or the capital to follow through with all the things he put in. He started that G League thing. What the NBA, not the G League, he started that developmental league. Yep. What the NBA do? Oh, I'm gonna put more money in the G League. I'm gonna start paying people more. So he didn't have equity or capital for that. He also was talking about, I'm going to start having my kids. We're going to put them overseas. They're going to get paid. They're going to do this. I'm going to expose everything. Now the NBA is saying, hey, we might have to rework this whole drafting eligibility and everything else. The guy, like you said, the guy's a prophet. People knocked this in the third. He's a black man that had 3 talented black boys. First of all, the narrative, or I hate the word narrative, but the narrative says that black men don't love their children. Black men don't support their children. Black men don't pour and profess into their children. All that man's done is did that. He took all the camera and the goofy shit away from the babies and said, look at me. Yeah, talk shit about me. I'm a pop lock. I wish
I had my soundboard so I could let my air. You killing that shit, Cliff.
But watch my kids. My kids are going to be over here doing everything you wish your kids could do. Right. I'm going to pour so much positive shit in these kids, you can't knock them down. You can't. Melo, all right, cool. Jello, cool. Baby Ball's the one and not the two. He's rookie of the year. And like you said, Cliff, to your point, once that kid, his frame, for me, I sound like a fucking a weirdo with this. His frame. What is he, 6'6", 6'7"? Once he learns how to work out and actually he's on a fucking diet, he's gonna be something. He's already getting the confidence going in the lane and dunking on niggas.
He learns how to use that 6. He don't even know how to use the 6. He's playing off of what we see him killing every night is pure talent and balls. So he really grasp this game and learn how to use that. Oh my God, it's scary. It's scary.
It's going to be a beautiful thing. And if I'm a dad, I don't have children, but like willfully and prayerfully, I'm able to have a child pretty soon. I don't even know like what my dad will watch when I play football or I play basketball, because it's like, damn, my son, he's doing it. Wow. Like, I don't even know. I know you got young Kang. I would marvel watching my child do something and actually get to the highest fucking, you know what I mean? That's a beautiful fucking thing. It's beautiful. There's nothing you can say about it.
You gotta be proud, man.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
Shout out to that strong black dad, black man talk. Cliffy Baby 215 is hitting on all cylinders, man. Fuck,
I'm sober.
I'm sober. Soundboard, man. You need some kind of sound effect going off right now, dog.
Shit, I wish. You just got me hyped with the young boy, man.
2 points, right? 2 points on the board for Cliffy Baby. Like this around the horn.
Yeah, niggas tripping. I'm up.
So the very last award, preseason award that I care about, is just the 6-man award, and I'll just go out there and I'll just say we did a lot of killing of the Utah Jazz, but Jordan Clarkson been fucking balling.
No doubt.
I don't know if he's
with all of the picks right now,
Yeah, I don't know if he's been slid. I don't know if, because I know at some point they were talking about putting him in the start lineup. I don't think they have, but he's been killing it. He's been balling. He took part, and we are on air talking about this. He took part in the nastiest duel, the nastiest war of all season, and that was the Kendall Jenner war against Ben Simmons. That was a nasty duel. To know that that's what those two dudes was doing, that is a nasty, sick duel, dog. But anyway,
was light skin crime, and then Kyle Kuzma came in and snuck her away from them niggas. Like, yeah, come on with me.
Well,
come on with me, boo.
I think Devin Booker holds pole position. From what I heard,
right. Light skin on light skin crime. Damn shame. Damn shame.
It's sick. But anyway, I didn't want to get off topic.
No doubt, but we all know. We all know. We all know. We all know about this.
But Jordan Clarkson is my sixth man of the year. Somebody who's played with the Lakers. He has a very good NBA pedigree. One of those swing men that do a lot. Can put the ball on the floor, can shoot, can just give you starter minutes. He gives you starter minutes, starter production off the bench, and that's why he's leading the race for me in the six-man conversation. You guys can go before we get into a little bit of some other stuff.
Yeah, real quick. It ain't much argument there. I got him as my sixth man too. I think what's allowed him to flourish more now, and he was doing good in Cleveland, is not the pressure he had in LA. I mean, people seen his talent and see that he could score, and everybody thought, oh, he's the next thing, and this and that. Yep. There was a lot of pressure on him to facilitate and all these other things. He's a scorer, period. And you want to score, you just get him out there and let him cook. You know what I'm saying? Similar like Lou Williams, dudes like that. You take that pressure off them, allow them an offense where they free to shoot and call them and free to get these ISOs and get these plays. They can do their thing. So Jordan proving that he can still score. He's scoring at a high rate. There's no question he's sixth man of the year to me. It's not close to me at all. So yeah, I agree, Tom.
Yeah.
No doubt. Followed up, I guess. Like, yo, we 3 for 3 on there, or 4 for 4 on this one.
Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson slid in. Jordan Clarkson was a dark horse I wanted the Sixers to acquire because I'm like, we need cheap buckets. And then all of a sudden he rips off 25, ripping off these points. I'm like, fuck, he's starting to cook. He's going to start fucking cooking. And it's like, damn. And then that game against the Sixers, the fucking Sixers, I'm like, Jesus, everybody knows. I thought we could slide in, grip him up.
Nope.
Come on over here, fam. Nope. So it's a good thing to see him go from all those teams to where he's at right now. Right. Having no pressure, just go out, get the fucking bucket. To Cliz's point, great point, Cliz. Very great point.
Yeah, so let's segue what you're talking about. And since it's not Jordan Clarkson, who is it? Who is this last piece? Who is this final piece that we should be going after? I know it's somebody. And my heart of hearts tells me it's somebody. And like I said before, it's because of what we look like when either Joe sits down, when either Ben sits down. And at this point, if either Seth or Danny Green sits down, it's a considerable difference. We need somebody on the wing. That's what I think. We need a playmaker because we look a little bad when Ben's not on the floor directing things. We look a little bad. I think we need a playmaker. I will go to my Rolodex here, and I will tell you that the talks of Zach LaVine, they fired up again on Friday. I don't know whether it's because everybody got together but I was just on the show last week, and I was just saying, it doesn't look like we're going to get Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine. I don't know if we can get that. We started taking our talents down to Scary Terry, Kyle Lowry, people of that nature.
Kyle Lowry's not it.
Scary Terry here, but
I'll take Scary Terry.
But as I seen, I feel like Daryl Morey, it says, and this is what we speak to him. He's present. He knows what's going on. He always has his ear to the street. I think tipped off with some information that Bradley Beal has interest in Miami. I think Daryl Morey got that, and he said we cannot let another East Coast team load up. I got it, and he started those talks. I think the teams that the article said he's looking for a third team to bring in on this trade to make it a little bit more sense. I don't think that we have what Chicago needs.
Assets, no.
Yeah, we don't have the assets to make it a straight up. I think the two teams that I heard was Cleveland and the Pelicans, which is not bad because they both got pieces that can move around, that we can all move around. Everybody is satisfied.
Lonzo's moving. Yeah, Lonzo's moving. Who else? You said the Pelicans?
The Pelicans and the Cavs.
Drummond.
Cavs, you got Drummond and Sexton. They're trying to blow it and the ball Osman. Cedric Osman, Drummond, Sexton, Lonzo, JJ Redick. Because I'm thinking about salary contest.
Yeah,
it's the contract.
Yeah, but they keep trying to sneak his ass back. I love JJ.
Yeah. No, I'm just throwing names out there like what works. Like what works financially for everybody for it to be balanced. Right. It's just about the contracts for me with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you the numbers do the contract. When we start talking contracts, I'll be seeing your mind start going. You love that. That's your favorite kind of stuff. Go ahead, Cliff.
I was thinking the same thing, man. It's like I'm gonna just run off some of the names I've heard like in these rumor mill because I've been like talking to like you said.
Cliz about to kill me.
Yeah,
I listen to these dudes.
You about to get me, Cliz. I know you is.
Tyrone and Mike Missinelli and these guys all the time, and Devon Givens and these dudes on the radio. So I'm always busting up with them, trading names and stuff. So these are some of the names that just recently over the last week they've been talking about. So we can say yay and nay. I'm gonna just go through them real quick. Larry Nance Jr. was the name that came up out of Cleveland. Lowry, PJ Tucker, and Oladipo. A lot of people been talking about them too. Zach LaVine.
He's gonna kill me.
Zach LaVine, of course. Some lower level names that might be easier to acquire for less money. I heard Austin Rivers, Terrence Ross, and Evan Fournier, both from Orlando. So obviously the need is for. I would love LaVine, like no question. If you guys pick out all these dudes, I want LaVine, no doubt about it. It's just really just going to be hard to pull that trade off. So they try to do a three-way slam where you get Drummond out of there, move him around with some money, with the money you need to require him because LaVine making about $19 million. You know what I'm saying? Once we get him in, we cool. We can resign him. But we obviously need another person that can carry that scoring load and can make some plays, So I think I like Oladipo too. If we can make that happen, he's an unrestricted. He didn't sign an extension with Houston, so they might try to get what they can get for him and try to get a couple draft picks. He might be a little easier to get than LaVine too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just going to be hard for the Sixers. We definitely need another playmaker. We need somebody that can not only just score the ball, we need somebody that can handle that ball. Like you said about the missing piece when Ben's not there and Shake. I think he's more of a combo just scoring guy. He's not a point guard. And the unfortunate part about it, if we're going to get any of these dudes, we're going to lose either Maxey or Tybalt or both of them. You know what I'm saying? It depending on what it's going to be. Obviously, you got Mike Scott and Danny Green in there before money-wise. You're going to throw a draft pick in there, but it's not that great because it's going to be a low draft pick. So you're going to have to give away some talent. So you're looking at one of these guys. And I like both of them players, but for the type of talent you talk about, even for I would be less hesitant with Lowry, even though I think Lowry helps us out a lot too. I think he because of the playoff experience and just that championship, that thug mentality he got sometimes on the court. I think he could just help he would fit right into with this culture. He ain't the shooter you want, but the defense, he can hit the shot. He can do the playmaking and just the overall mentality. I just would love a roughneck in here like that because he would help put us to where we want to be. I think any of these guys will help us because you got to worry about the buyouts. Blake Griffin getting bought out over there in the Nets, and he's most likely getting Cleveland. He's most likely going to.
He signed. No, he signed. He signed with the Nets today.
That's the last thing I put on the docket before I send on the Zoom. That's the last thing I wrote down was that.
We want to get these dudes better, man. We don't want these dudes to get better. So
I'm not worried about Zoom. I'm not worried about Brooklyn. With him.
All these players, I would love, like I said, I would love LaVine. If I gotta go next, I would try to get Oladipo and Lowry. I kind of get them on a second level. I think Oladipo, because he's younger, can play the D. He can shoot a little bit. But I would take Lowry too without a question. But it's obviously, Maury's one of the best in the business. He knows we need something. I'm confident that he's trying to make it happen. I know Elton's making the calls. So hopefully something comes out, man. We still got some time before the trade deadline. Hopefully they figure something out. But we definitely need another piece, no question about it.
Kyle Lowry sold his house this week.
Yeah, I heard.
Wink. He might be. He sold that house in the TO.
So, man. I take him here, no question about it. I think he from the Philly dude. He got the mentality. Plus, he been through a championship and won. He played big in that finals. He ain't what he used to be, but he can still hit that shot. He can still get them charges, draw them charges, get under people's skin, do all that dirty work, and he would help Ben out because I think him and Ben will work out good together. So you can get Ben more running a little bit sometimes to give him a little break off of taking a point and then run into that dunker spot thing too. When you can have him, and then you don't have to go off the floor without all these dudes off the floor because that's what kills us. That all bench lineup, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work in the playoffs. You can't go with none of these dudes on the floor. We need somebody else to fill that space out. I'm not depending on Korkmaz, and I only want to depend on Shake in the playoffs. No, not at all. And we basically don't got no power forward, Mike Scott. You know what I'm saying? So we still need another power forward. That's why I would like PJ Tucker, too. I would love it if they can get that, too.
Right. Cliff, other names. What's the names you like the best?
I said it. Cliz was going to clip me real quick. Go, bah, bah, bah. I'm like, dang.
Right.
For me, we talked about this a few weeks ago about Daryl Morey and the reason why It was imperative we signed him to be our president of basketball operations, and it's a great thing to allow him to dictate or allow him to cook. Let him go shop for the ingredients. Let him come out with the menu. Coach, you cook this shit up. So for me, you got to remember where Daryl Morey
like
came
when you
from.
use that analogy.
He came from Houston. So for me, it's the Victor Oladipo part, the PJ Tucker part, and I'm going to throw in Boogie Cousins. The reason why I'm throwing those names in, I'm gonna stick with those three. For me, Boogie just got bought out. I understand the needs, this and the third. I don't need a lot from Boogie. However, we talk about defensive. We talk about guys that aren't punks, guys that like, I just like Boogie. Something for me about Boogie. I called the Dwight Howard signing here. I called Dwight Howard coming here. We got him. I think that it's a Houston thing. The Victor Oladipo thing is more intriguing because he didn't sign that 2 year. What was it? 2 years, $45 million. He turned it down.
Like that,
So that means he's restricted. So basically, if Daryl Morey still has a relationship in Houston, look, I can slide you this and that. I got you for something 2 years down the road. But I need PJ Tucker. I need Oladipo. I'm trading. So if they can work something out, or what I've read with PJ Tucker, it's going to be a buyout. If it's a buyout, you swoop in and claim him off waivers. You do what you got to do to get him. As far as Oladipo, I think Oladipo, he's the perfect fit because he fits right in with what we have to do. My only issue with Kyle Lowry is Kyle Lowry has to have the ball. Kyle Lowry is also 31 or 32. What is he, 31? 30? He's definitely over 29. He's an older guy. So, and what I read with Toronto wanted 2 first-round picks. I can't do that for them. And he's a free agent. But I'm just saying, if that's what's out there, he's not even worth the first-round picks in me. Because here's the issue for me, and I tend to use the term macro versus micro. Where we are and what we're doing, this is the first year Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey chefing everything up. I can't give up these ingredients knowing my ROI or the piece I get back can leave the next year. There's no guarantee he says, I'm going to stay in Philadelphia. And get this, if we make that move, we're right back where we were with Jimmy Butler, where it's like, what are we doing? I gave up 2 young boys, 2 picks, and I know the picks aren't going to be high, but you never know because we got basketball guys. So that first-round pick, that might be a 22 or 23 pick, we're going to get a player.
We've been hitting him the last 4 years from him, too. We've been hitting him.
That's my point. That's my point. If you give that pick up, we have basketball guys here. We don't got guys that don't know their elbows from the asshole. I need picks and I want depth. Pause. So for me, I don't want to give up anything because I don't know about y'all. Being first place in the Eastern Conference this year, I don't think anybody's thought that. No one. I was thinking, 4th or 5th, we're going to get in the playoffs. Maybe we'll win in the first round. We'll sit down in the second and let Doc and Daryl really put it in. But they've all bought in with the talent we have. Yeah. I don't want to blow up everything we have. If I can acquire a guy for, I hate to say pennies on the dollar, if I got to give up a Matisse Thybulle and a first-round pick, and Mike Scott ultimately, and Furkan ultimately to get PJ Tucker and Victor Oladipo with a future first-round pick, done. I'll do that in a heartbeat because now I got a guy that he can move with the ball, he can move without the ball. He's, as far as the pick and roll, Kyle Lowry's a better pick and roll guard, but I like Oladipo with the bigs we'll surround him with. I just, for some reason, Clears, you hit that name. I said PJ Tucker weeks ago. He's a defensive guy. First of all, he's a bad motherfucker with all them sneakers. I love a sneaker collection.
I like his style.
Everything he does, you know what I'm saying? Everything he does on the defensive end, he epitomizes what Philadelphia is. I'm an undersized, scrappy-ass nigga that can shoot the three. I'm a hustle. What's the thing we just talked about with Ben? The effort and mentality. PJ Tucker's like, I'm not going to average 12 points, but you know what? I might get you 9 to 10 boards. I'm going to get a block. I'm going to have mad assists. And I'm on somebody's ass. Where you need me? I'm here. I'm on his ass. It don't matter. And it's cheap.
That's all you need, right? Anytime, dude.
And that's what we need in Philadelphia. I guess I'm being a little a fan with this, but it's Philadelphia. You're a blue collar. I want a guy that's going to come bring his lunch pail to work and just go to work. Yeah. And I don't want to blow up. I don't want to give up the world for something that's not guaranteed. Kyle Lowry, if Kyle Lowry was 2 years younger, maybe I'd be more intrigued. I like the story. Uptown kid, Colonel Doherty, Villanova. I love the story, but for what they're asking for, and get this hope. And here's another thing. If I trade Kyle Lowry, as crazy as this sounds for me, Nick Nurse is a fucking great coach. You give him Tyrone Maxey, you give him one of them guards. I got to play that kid with Nick Nurse, Fred VanVleet, with this kid. Nah, I'm good. I can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because Nick Nurse is a good coach, bro. He's a very good coach. And I don't want to give Tyrone Max to him and Fred VanVleet. You just made the Raptors better. They're young and they're better and more athletic by getting rid of an old head. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little biased with Kyle Lowry. That's probably why. I don't like all the flopping and the cry beam and this and the third. I get it will work for us.
Yeah,
what's the moniker? What's the mantra? Right. What's the mantra? You hate him because he's not on your team, but if he's here, that's my guy. I'm rocking with him. I'm rocking hard. But for me, it's the cost to just acquire one player. When I think that if I got to give up 2 picks and players, I would much rather go for. I know Victor Oladipo. He got a chip on his shoulder. I'm looking for guys that are like, yo, do you have a chip? Are you coachable? Yeah, come on. Yeah, I don't need you to score 30, but if you can give me 18, we're Gucci. You can give me 18 points a game, I'm Gucci. Can you hit free throws? Like the lights, another point to Kyle Lowry, the lights were big, and he definitely showed up in the championship. He had a big shot. He's there. It's just the age thing, and on the back end, I'm worried about him leaving and going somewhere else, and then we're just stuck like Chuck.
I can see that, bro. I can see that.
I can't do that. I can't do that. But for me, my name's going to be long-winded. I apologize. Claire's my man Pots and Pans, Victor Oladipo, PJ Tucker, and I like them. I want Boogie. Give me Boogie here.
Somebody asked me about Boogie. I was saying that JoJo and Dwight is enough for me, but the fact that we don't have a power forward, I can see why cats like Boogie. I can see why cats. I'm not mad at it. For me,
it's
Zach
a wish.
at the top of my list.
That's a wish.
Yeah, for me, Zach's at the top of my wish list. I think he's at the top of everybody's wish list. He's a rising star in this league. He carries it well. He's very versatile. He shoots a 3. He can get to the basket. He's excellent in pick and roll. And he even plays a little bit of defense. If you happen to watch him, he ain't a defensive stopper, he ain't a defensive lockdown player, but he also not no bitch and he not lazy on defense. You know what I mean?
Yep, defensive.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can respect that.
I have a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Can I do this during the stream or not? Like I might disappear. Somebody sent me the trade proposal how it will work to acquire Zach LaVine. And it was like 3 first-round picks. All right. Well, my bad. Well, I'll send it to you after this, John, or I'll screenshot it for Cliz. You sent it to Cliz. My bad. Yeah. But it's like 3 first-round picks. It's Maxey, Isaiah Joe, and like another player to acquire LaVine. And no, it's already there. Like that, my man did this show. He's like, yo, to your point as to why we shouldn't, as to why the Zach LaVine thing might be, it's heavier. It's a heavier cost than what people realize. You got to give up a lot of depth for one guy. And I get in the playoffs, you're only running with 5 or 6 as far as your rotation, maybe 7.
That's why I'm cool.
I get
5 or
that
6
point.
guys that you're giving up for LaVine averaged fucking 27 points and like 6 rebounds. That's all them 5 motherfuckers. He averaged more than what they do. Get their ass out of here. Get him in. And
all in right now.
No doubt.
He's going to sign back. He's going to sign. As soon as we get him over here, the next day that his long-term contract coming. Look, we're not even gonna fuck around. Go ahead, sign this 5-year joint, dog. Because we want you. He's gonna sign back.
He got 1 year. He got 1+ year left this year and 1 more season at $19 million.
You read him up. You can read him up with that. You can read that up.
Read him right up. Read him right up. You can read that. That's the thing. The fear that you have with acquiring Kyle Lowry, because he might leave. He might go chip chase again next year. You feel what I'm saying?
With somebody else, right? Yeah.
But at least got Zach for 1 more year. Yup. At least 1 more year.
Yeah.
You can figure it out.
That's why, and I know when you put it down on paper and your eyes actually see it, you're not lying, Cliffy. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
But the nigga's averaging 30.
You come from the school of thought that you get all that in one player.
Look what the Nets gave up for Harden. It seemed like a lot too, but look, they right there where they want to be right now. Because you all in.
Yeah, but the only issue with the Nets on that, and we didn't talk about that when we was on the joint with Mike and Prez, is that if KD pulls the snake move and opts out, and Kyrie opts out, James is still on the contract for 3 more years. Brooklyn implodes. Those picks might try to be something. Remember, they both signed those 2-year deals. It's the 1-and-1. If KD don't like it, I don't like being here, I'm out. And that's I like that. But like for me, certain players that 1 year in, 1 year out. I love the fact these kids are getting paid. They're getting paid. I'm not saying don't get paid, but if you're trying to win, you got to break everything down and build it back up. Like you said, because a few seconds ago, this is all in mode. I need guys that I hate the word control. I need to know that financially we're tied together for at least 2 years.
I know.
I need to know that.
I'm not mad at that.
You know what I'm saying? I need to know that.
With Tone, you gotta go all in, and I know I feel your concern, and you gotta think about that as a manager. But at the same time, in the NBA, your championship window is very small. So when you got an opportunity to put yourself over that hump and put you in position, the Sixers, don't get it twisted. I think the Sixers are a conference final this team right now, at least. I think we can get to the conference final and we can rumble with them Nets. And who knows, shake it out. We might be able to get over them, right?
Right.
I think
the Nets. We beat the Nets. We beat the Nets. We beat the Nets.
That puts you over that top for sure, though. And a guaranteed score like a Zach LaVine, you go your starting lineup, Ben, LaVine, Toby, and B, and whoever the fuck else you want to put beside them. You know what I'm saying? You good to go, dog. You good to go. Like
I'm with you.
Then you can send Ben to the bench and leave LaVine out there, or vice versa, or send LaVine. And then when you bring LaVine in first, then when you work the starters back in, like that's what we really missing is the playmaker. When Ben got to get a rest, he human. He got to need some Gatorade, like, and we be.
I think my concern
when he goes to the bench.
I think my concern with everything is that because we're successful now, right? Like, and I tend to do this where it's like, okay, I'm separating myself from the success and caught up with everything. Let me look at this from, like, again, macro versus micro. Like I said, we weren't expecting us to be so successful. If we're successful now and we have a salary cap, we're managed, like we're good. We're not over the cap. We're not like, yo, we can go sign guys.
Right.
We can attract people to come. It's Philadelphia. I'm just on some like, yo, if we're doing this already, let's just see this shit through. What pennies on the dollar. And then when it's time to go all in, like what Elton did when we got Toby. Remember, the move was Jimmy. We got Jimmy in, and we was like, yo, we up. And then Elton was like, yo, let me get Toby. We're going all in. I said, okay, that's what the fuck we're doing. I'm just on that type of time where it's like, I want to see this. I want to see where we are. When we play Milwaukee, we going to bust their ass. I don't really care who we play. I think we beat the Nets even right now. We, in 7 games, we beat the Brooklyn Nets because they don't play defense. And like we just said, the crux of the conversation, or the crux of the early conversation was Joel Embiid. If he's giving Rudy Gobert 40, you really think DeAndre Jordan's going to stop that man? He's going to be going for 50 and 60. Period. And then if you know what I'm saying? I'm being biased with this. I just don't see the Nets being what they are. And if I'm so compelled, like, yo, we can beat them right now. The way we're constructed, we can beat them. We can beat them. I want to see it through. But to your point, Zach LaVine would be the perfect fit. I'm just being a little like, yo, I'm guarded.
The only thing I got what you're saying, Cliff, is that they still trying to get better, right? And you can't sit there and let them get better while we do nothing. You got to try to, and it might just be a bench guy. It might just be a couple other role players that come in and fill that role and get some assistance and get some rest. Like you said, the bench shortens up in the playoffs, so you're only playing about 7 guys, maybe 8.
Your rotation.
And that's it. So you just want some guys to solidify your rotation. You ain't gonna have too much time with none of your starters on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen how Seth can be a little inconsistent. We've seen Danny Green turn into nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need another player out there that can give us consistent buckets. I like Shake at times, but he's not a he's like a scorer. He's a scorer. He's not a maker. He's not setting it up. You need somebody else to kind of orchestrate things and run the offense a little bit when Simmons is not on the floor. I mean, I think, and another thing you said is our cap flexibility is not that great because Ben gonna come into his money, his big contract gonna hit next year. Then you're gonna have him on NB and Harris. You don't really got a lot. See, the thing about the NBA, once you sign a guy, you can re-sign him. And so it's all about luxury. Okay, they ain't my money. These them jokers is rich. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No doubt.
Graduates, they got the money. Let them spend it. Let them spend it. They got bread because the NBA, the good. Once you get them players in, you can keep re-signing them. You just got to worry about the luxury tax. So we could do
it's the mega contract.
You can pay them all. You can pay them what you want to pay them. All your players. You can resign all your players. Even if forsaken, like if we said we got Lowry, he wanted to sign for 1 more year. You could even sign him if you wanted to keep him signed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, obviously, I would love LaVine over them, but I feel like they still need to make a move. It might be a low key guy. It might be a dude like it's like don't sleep on a dude like Like I said,
Terrence Ross or Fournier, I like them.
He can hit
They're
threes.
decent.
He's athletic.
Yeah. Good defender too. Very good defender.
You need somebody with
he's a
some
good
punch
defender.
out there that's going to play defense, a willing defender, can hit some 3-point shots, and there's another dude for you to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So we just need some more punch. That's all, one way or another. So we just got to try to get better. And we talking about it. Believe me, Maury and Brand, they on the phone right now listening to say
right now, right?
Yeah,
facts.
So just so just to end out the NBA talk, man, I definitely think that Maury is definitely going to make a move. I think that's one of the things that we all have confidence in this leadership is that this leadership is not interested in standing by idle. We know that because we, like you said, Cliff, you've been saying it the last couple comments. We've been kind of getting the fact that we didn't think that we were going to be this good lets me know that we couldn't gauge what this management was going to do. This management is about the now. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit feels. Don't that shit feel good? Don't that?
Absolutely.
It feels good
Absolutely.
saying we have a franchise from top to bottom. These guys are competent.
Absolutely.
Like competent. That just feels good knowing and saying to me.
Yep. And the only other basketball thing that I had was, I don't know if you guys seen this shit, but I couldn't get it back. But this Quavo and Jack Harlow 2 versus 2 versus 2 Chainz, Lil Baby. What? Why did they
got 500 racks a piece for that shit, man? Dog.
Don't get me started. I'm gonna sound like a fucking hater. I'm gonna sound like a whole fucking hater.
Quavo did his thing, but that dog on Jack Harlow and that other dude, what's that other dude? Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Man.
Yo.
They have trash truck juice.
Did you see my man Chainz? Chainz was
trash truck juice, dog.
Where is Durkio? Where is Durkio world? Where is Lil Durk? Where is he?
They chilling.
Where's Chris Brown?
Shit.
It's so many.
Where's Jermaine Cole? Shit. Shit. That nigga can hoop.
What he even took
when did we start looking? My bad. Got me all hyped with that shit.
Dog, let his IG tell it. Drake is a short corner master, dog. I would have took Drake for the Lil Baby.
Somebody had to be Lil Baby. Lil Baby put some highlight videos of him dribbling, man. He thought he was nice, man. That dude is trash, man.
He had Chainz out there by himself, and Chainz 40. Chainz can't. He was trying to be the shooter. Then Chainz was like, "Oh damn, I'm the one, huh?" Chainz,
right.
Yo, boy, when boy shot that air ball 3 over top of the rim, man, that nigga
what are you doing?
Like, yeah, I felt that in my soul, dog. I felt that, man. That's when you get
Chainz, look at
that random dude that say you want to run with me. He's like, yeah, I run with you. You know what I'm saying?
The
one for me was Lil Baby with the pullback, behind the 3, and Quavo threw that shit into the ground. And Chainz looked at him like,
"What the fuck are you doing? This ain't 2K, nigga. This real life. Like, what you thinking? This ain't 2K, bro. The fuck?
Trash, dog.
God. But yeah, man, that's all the basketball that I had.
It was a good idea.
That shit was ass.
That was hard.
No, that was a bad idea. Fuck that. That was good theory, bad execution.
They got the wrong people to play that, John. That's
right.
Like Dirk can really hoop. Like Dirk, it's some rappers out here that spend a little bit of their time hooping, dog, and they all right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But not Lil Baby. That wasn't it. I sound like a young boy. That was not it.
Where's Percy Miller, dog?
Percy Miller. He had an NBA contract. Good looking. Toronto Raptors, Charlotte Hornets. Good looking.
But it was an NBA contract nonetheless. Come on, man. Like, come on.
He got a jersey with his name on that shit.
Lil Romeo is DeMar DeRozan's college teammate.
Fab talking about I'm gonna be out here, and he shot an air ball.
Fab don't even strike me as somebody who knows what to do with the pill.
Nah.
Smoking that loud pack. He's smoking that loud pack.
He saw that 500K. He said, "Hold up, I'll come out there real quick."
Anybody trying to hoop for the 500 for the half a ticket?
Yeah, real
you know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Right. So yeah, like we said, it's All-Star game. It's All-Star Sunday. As of the time of recording, it's 8:14, so the game is on now. Y'all go check that out or whatever. But without further ado, we need to get into this football, man. We got to get into this football. Cliff,
shit.
Yeah, Cliff, I went off last week, so I mean, you already know. You listen to if you listen to, I forgot what did I call the episode last week? I forgot what it was called, but Young Black Kings.
I can't flip my shit. Yep.
Young Black Kings. Go listen to Young Black Kings if you want to hear Uptown Tone's take on the Carson Wentz. I will not kill you this week with my opinions, but I know that you guys have been heavily anticipating Cliffy's what he has to say. He is our resident Eagles guy. He goes off the ins and outs of it. You know what I'm saying? And we also got Clizzy on the line with us too, so we definitely need to know what he feels about this Carson Wentz thing. Either one of y'all, whoever wants to start first, because if we talk about ad nauseum, this is as much nauseum as it gets for me. This redhead guy. Matter of fact, Cliz, you go ahead. Cliz, I'll let you start, Cliz, because I know Cliff is about to. He's about to go off. Go ahead, Cliz.
I'm chilling. What you got, Cliz? Where you at, man?
Listen, you know, it's to me, man. It's not about Carson Wentz to me, dog. It's about this organization and the way they think and the way they move and the culture they created, and they made a problem. You traded all on picks, all that stuff to get this boy, right? And who showed talent early, showed the things that he had some ability early. Honestly, his years, other than his rookie year, he was solid, but you never put any weapons around him. He had a great year in 17 before he got hurt, and he never seen him be able to get back to that form, right? But you know that bottom line through everything, you felt like you had a canvas or something you can work with. But that relationship was ruined. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to play here anymore. So now what you going to do? Now you're going to go and get a third and a possible first next year? You know what I mean? So you got all that stuff we gave up to get Carson Wentz, and what we got to show for it. Now you drafted a quarterback in the second round last year. To me, it showed me that y'all wasn't confident in his ability there. But why resign him then? Why resign him to a long-term deal then if you wasn't sure about him then? It just showed me the inconsistency in the I'm smarter than you mentality of Howie Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? Howie Rosenberg, whatever the hell his name is, Howie.
Howie. We can call him Howie.
A little weasel.
He's smarter than everybody else. He can't draft for shit. Picking people, other teams, they got him on other teams' draft rooms laughing at us for the pick we picked last year, wide receiver. And no
shout out to Minnesota.
But everybody knew Jefferson was the guy. And then you go and let Dallas go after Lamb when we should have went and got Lamb. You know what I'm saying? So you still got this guy. Like I said, Wentz, as bad as he played last year, he threw the 500 yards. How much yards for no receiver over 500 yards? You know what I mean? You're not giving him no talent to work with. And now you threw it all away, do it in the bucket, and now you probably gonna say we're gonna draft the quarterback this year, dog.
Right.
The Eagles are retarded. I'm out. I love it. I'll never say I'm out. And they gave us 2017, which is a moment I'm never going to forget in my life with that championship. Right. What I was doing, who I was with, and just the feeling of seeing them finally achieve something I thought they'd never achieve. But when people were saying it was lucky and this and that, and I was laughing, yeah, all right. That shit probably was lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he's seen everything we said, Tone. This is dope.
Cliz is good with me, dog.
I'm lost for words about it. I committed to rocking with Carson Wentz and hoping they could figure that shit out, but obviously it didn't. He soured on the franchise. The franchise soured on him. They showed no commitment in him, and now he's out of there. And now, who's going to see? If he go to Indianapolis and bust ass, we're going to be the ones eating crow looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So
why is Doug going? If it was between Doug and why is Doug going too?
Oh, man, it's just stupid. First, if you was going to fire, look, if you really thought you had to fire Doug, you should have been did it. When we had a chance to make a move on a coach early, they picked this kid out of Indianapolis, supposed to be the Carson Whisperer, and now he gone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They don't know what the hell they doing down there on passing, bro. And we just gotta suck it up because we gonna be trash next year. So just be ready, man. That's all I got to say about it. It's gonna be a rough season, man. It's gonna be a rough season, man.
Cousin Cliffy, baby, 215. The moment is finally here, man. Go off, man. Because all of this is basically what you've been since you stood foot on the FoFoFo podcast. Cliz, he basically told us episode in and episode out that this shit was going to happen. He went on his first episode and said that the Miami Dolphins are on a better trajectory than the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, I know everybody's looking at me crazy. Cliz, can you tell me how the Miami Dolphins finished this year and how the Eagles finished this year? He called that 2 years ago. So go ahead, Cliff. This is your moment. This is. I'm trying to give you your flowers, but this is your moment. This is your I told you so moment right here, dog.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. With the Philadelphia Eagles, like Cliff said. So we talked about this the last episode. The issue with the Philadelphia Eagles is always going to be is that we lack an identity. So I'm gonna give y'all a movie. You were all the same age or probably the same age range. There's a movie called Backdraft. Remember that movie? Where Kurt Russell, Patrick Douglas, and Robert De Niro. Mm-hmm. So this is the issue with the Philadelphia Eagles. We are the 2021 case of the movie Backdraft. There's an arson running around burning everything fucking down. But guess what? Jeffrey Lurie knows who the fucking arson is. The arson is fucking Howie Roseman. Here's I'm gonna try to break this down in different tiers. Jeffrey Lurie knows that his franchise is on fire, but he doesn't realize that all he's doing is giving Jeff matches and fucking gas. Every fucking year, here's matches, here's gas. I'm going to turn a blind eye because I trust you. Howie is single-handedly burning this franchise down to the fucking ground. However, here's what I think the best way I can sum this up, and not to get too biased because I've spat out some contemptuous shit about Howie Roseman. I still feel the same way. He's a weasel. Yeah. He's a weasel. He's a weasel. Yes. He should not be. All three of us could sit in a room. If you locked us in a room with maybe some drink, a little bit of some medicine, and some pizza, and film, we could find better football players over the course of 2 or 3 days. We could find better talent. Real shit. Here's the thing with these two. Howie Roseman, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to whispers. Hey, Howie, check it out. See, this is the thing you did. You fucked up. You played your hand way too smart here. You thought that, hey, I'm going to fire Doug Peterson because he lacked vision. We can't control this coach. So you thought getting rid of him was going to be a good idea. Now I'm going to get rid of this quarterback because he's not healthy. He's rambunctious. He has ownership. He has this. He has that. Check this out next time. Hey, Howie, you can't blame anybody anymore. There's nobody to blame. When everything goes up in fire this year, the next 2 years and 3 years, you're to blame. You're not going to hit on the draft picks. You're not going to get talent in here. You're the so-called cap guru. You know how to lock in money and do these beautiful things. Where's that money coming from, brother? With $49 million over the draft, over the salary cap as of today. The cap's supposed to go up to, I believe, like 185. It was at 200 last year. You know how many people you have to cut to get rid of that? Yep. And get this. We have the number 6 pick. That's cool and that's cute. Don't overthink this. Take the best player. We don't need a wide receiver because you wasted one last year on the kid, Jalen Rager. I don't even want to make this personal. Howie, in about 2 years, I'm going to be at the NovaCare complex waiting outside for you with your desk and everything coming outside. And I'm just going to hold up the deuce and be like, all right, we're finally back in position. The way the Philadelphia Eagles look like now, this is going to sound crazy. It's been about 20 years where the Philadelphia Eagles finally don't have the best head coach in the NFC East. Think about that. Andy Reid, Chip Kelly, Doug Peterson. When we were winning, we had the best head coaches in the NFC East. You got Riverboat Ron. Say what you want about Mike McCarthy. I mean, look, the guy got the talent. We're going to figure it out this year. The Washington football team, I forgot who they hired. He's looking like a better coach than Nick Sirianni. I said this on the last podcast. If you are 35 and older, you remember the old Eagles days. We do. If we didn't sell out the football game, you didn't watch the game.
We didn't even see it. You had to listen to Darryl Reese.
That's how bad it's about to get.
Facts, Cliff.
But there's an end to this meme. To the means, in my opinion. I'm going to try to find a silver lining with Nick Sirianni because I have to be objective with this guy because we all kind of killed Doug when he had his first press conference. Like, yo, this I get he played for us, but this guy's a fucking rube. Like, this guy ain't no coach. But the one thing I can say about Doug Peterson is that when he talks, you listened. You could tell he talked around grown-ass men and he knew how to ignite grown-ass men. My only knock from the press conference with Nick Sirianni, I don't know if people realize, this is way more unsettling for me. He was in an empty gym with no one around him on a Zoom call. There were no photographers. There was no press. There was no ESPN right there in front of him. That guy was choked up. The guy seemed unprepared. The guy seemed like the moment was bigger for him. So you're telling me he's inside of an empty gym on a tablet and he can't compose himself. He's not concise. He's not able to articulate himself properly. I don't care about nerves, yo. You're in the big leagues. You're an assistant coach for the Indianapolis Colts. You coach grown-ass men. That, for me, that's a sign of weakness, but I'm not going to go too deep in that.
You think you're a little in over his head, a little googly-eyed? You think you're a little...
Can he talk to grown-ass men, especially if we keep the vets we have? It's going to be problematic. It's going to be problematic where Brandon Graham is like, yo, this dude's my age. He wasn't here. You know, fucking Eagle. I don't want to listen to him, cuz. Like, yo, what the fuck? He can't, yo, I can't even hear him. What's he saying? I'm being a little biased with this, but in a locker room, you got your older guys, you got your younger guys. He can talk to a younger guy, but older guys they've sweat, they've bled, they've put the dues in. Yo, I did this, I did that. I'm not trying to hear that shit from him.
Thanks.
Which is going to go into what I said about the Eagles being $45 million over the cap. People got to start recognizing and realizing, I said this a couple years ago, we should have been traded a couple of these guys. Fletcher Cox is supposed to be going. No offense. I love you, Fletcher Cox. I appreciate you. But at the clip you're making your money, even if we restructure it, it's too much money because we signed too many D tackles. You signed Malik Jackson. You signed Hargrove. You signed all these guys. You can make that gap up with the talent you signed. Fletcher Cox, in my opinion, is stay and go. Fletcher Cox has to roll just do the money. We have to start acquiring assets back or draft picks back in order for us to be where we want to be 5 years from now. This ain't no 2 or 3 year fix. This is a 4 to 5 year project. As long as Howie Roseman's here and picking players, I'm not trusting Nick Sirianni. I don't trust Howie. I damn sure don't trust Jeffrey Lurie. So for me, the Eagles, I'll sum it up. The Eagles is a 4 or 5 year window where we got to lower your expectations, understand that this is a race and not a marathon. We're going to be bad to build this team up. I'm more excited about Nick Sirianni and having a brand new coaching staff because one of the biggest issues with Doug Peterson, their coaching staff, was we couldn't coach players up. Why is it everybody that left the Eagles, they go somewhere they can start, they can, they're productive. I understand scheme. I understand fit. I understand nuance. I understand verbiage. I get that. But it's a brand new coaching staff. So again, I'm going to give these guys benefit of the doubt and say, hey, hopefully these guys can coach and they can coach these guys up. If you want to be objective about Nick Sirianni, every year he was the offensive coordinator with the Colts, their offense actually produced every year. They got better every year as far as yards per game, passing, rushing, things of that nature. I think they started at 27. They ballooned up to 4th. So, and I think in 3 years. So if there is a silver lining, or if I'm being objective looking at numbers, the guy gets offense. He gets nuance. He gets systems, things of that nature. He also understands that if you want to build a franchise, you build it inside out. The Colts have the best offensive line in the NFL, bar none, period. So I think with what he's going to bring in and with Jalen Hurts, we're going to run the ball. We're going to make really good decisions on the offensive end. And if we have to rely on the defense, that's what we have to do. But my expectations are really, really lowered with the Eagles. And I'm going in week to week, but if I got something to do, my lady wants to go bust a move, we're going to go bust a move. The game on, I'll watch the game if it's on inside the place. But I'm not sitting glued on my crib on a Sunday.
You don't just get my Sunday. Yeah, you don't just automatically get my, you got to work your way back up into my good graces just to get my Sundays. I feel that 100%. I feel, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Optimism, man. I don't know, man. We'll see.
With the Carson Wentz thing, on the surface, like Clear's opened up, great, right? I don't care about. This is gonna sound bad, yo. I appreciate you. I thank you for what you did, Ginger Jesus, whatever the fuck these white people's calling him and shit like that. I appreciate that, right? But for the young guys that listen to this, he's an op. Can't fuck with an op right now. You go do what you got to do with the Colts. I think that the move was necessary. I think it was a great move. Getting back what we gave up to get him, that was never going to happen. It was never going to be balanced because we lost leverage. The longer that story stayed out there about, he doesn't want to do this, the Eagles are doing that, we lost all the leverage, all of it. So to get back a possible first and a third, all right, Howie, look, you can stick your head out the doghouse for about an hour or two with me, but go back in the doghouse. I think that it's not about Carson's playmaking ability. I think it's not about what he can do on the field. I literally think that this is nothing but it's mental with him. How about this? Familiarity breeds comfort and it breeds optimism, right? And I think that with Carson Wentz and what he's doing, him realigning himself with Frank Reich, I think that's a step in the right direction for him. Remember what they said, or what came out about after Carson Wentz was gone, was that Carson Wentz was is it pragmatic or bombastic? No, they're both good words. He's a contentious guy. He wasn't liked. He made a lot of bad fucking decisions during the game. He wouldn't let anybody hold him accountable. He never ever took things on and say, yo, I made the wrong fucking decision. Right. I am whatever the fuck you think I am. I'm the perfect guy. Where Frank Reich was there, and for people, new listeners, new watchers, Frank Reich is probably responsible for one of, or if not, the greatest comeback in NFL history. It's
Long live Frank Reich, even though he's in Indianapolis.
You know what I'm saying? So as a backup, he understands his role. He understands, yo, I can't overdo this. Jim Kelly's the guy, so this playbook got scaled down real small from me. I'm going to stick to the script. I'm going to run with Thurman Thomas. This defense is going to get us out. If I got to make a throw, make the throw. So again, the familiarity part with Carson and Frank, I think this is going to be Frank's. If Carson goes there and balls out, Frank Reich and whatever they got going on in Indianapolis, that's a good look for them. I just think that with Carson Wentz, I don't see it. I got a weird feeling that this guy, where there's smoke, there's fire. I always say this, Tom. Where there's smoke, there's fire. A zebra can't set its stripes. Just because you put them somewhere in a smaller market, not as much pressure, the franchise didn't put this on you. You can't go inside a Wawa where people telling you, yo, blah, 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 whoop, whoop. A zebra don't shed stripes. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I think that he's an alpha, not even, he's a type A personality.
Denny Green, he is who we think he is.
He is who we think he is. And I think the old boy, the golly shucks, the whole Mayberry effect he took with people, that shit ain't going to work. It's not going to work because now it's, yo, what are you doing? I actually read a couple articles in Indianapolis. Everybody in Indianapolis has questions like, yo, what's this guy's deal? Is it the mental? We know he can do all this. Is he as bad as what they're saying from this guy, Phil St. San Guido? I forgot his name, that wrote the article that exposed everything. That's on Frank Reich, and for him. That shit is over. I'm glad it's over. I fuck with Carson Wentz. We said this. I'm a Carson Wentz guy. But to hear the stories about him not taking accountability, him holding on to the ball, him changing plays from Donnell Pumphrey and all these other things we talked about that I've met these guys and had conversations with, that shit, it just rang true. You're holding the ball. You're changing plays. Yo, the play would be called. Yo, what's my man's name that was offensive? Press Taylor. Press Taylor was bullied by him. Look this up. They said Press Taylor would be bullied by Carson Wentz. When he would try to talk to him about a breakdown or a play, the play design, Carson would say, next clip. Like, yo, next play. No, I know. And that's just like, it's not the bullying we know, but you can't talk to your offensive, you can't talk to your position coach.
That passive aggressive shit, yeah.
Right, you can't do that. The reason why you play the game is to be coached.
Yep.
If you're coached properly, when you're coached properly, you're going to fucking succeed. This kid has this mentality that I've won 10 Super Bowls. I'm this, I'm that. You haven't won shit. You ain't won a playoff game, bro. Scale it the fuck down. Take a listen to what these guys are telling you. This is a good franchise. Now you're inside the Colts where Mr. Irsay likes to take his pills and drink and do all this other shit. You think you had it bad here? Enjoy yourself in Indianapolis. I'm glad we got him out of the conference. As much as that, I'm glad he's not in the NFC. I'm so glad he's not in the NFC. He's not. Right. Jalen Hurts, I'm encouraged. But, Tone, you said this on the last episode I was on with Mike and Press. Shout out to Mike and Press. My concern is that we are going to draft a quarterback. Or we're going to sign a quarterback.
The black quarterbacks don't make anybody fucking confident. Like, black quarterback, because you got a black quarterback don't mean don't draft another quarterback. It don't mean don't sign another free agent quarterback. You might as well be invisible, yo. And I'm gonna keep saying it every episode. I think that's completely fucked up. That given the situation that young man was put in last year, and for that to be his audition, and for him to, at least in my mind, pass that audition with flying colors on and off the field, when he had absolutely shit to do with what was going on off the field, he still stood there and answered the media questions. Not only just answered them, but answered them in the fashion that he did. Gave us as fans, gave his teammates and the teammates that were playing and going to war with him the confidence that he did. The fuck is he auditioning? Why is he auditioning again? The fuck? It don't make sense.
It's not right for him. It's not right. Anytime you have a new coach and a new staff, older players don't get the look because this isn't my guy. That's a term that they use. He's not my guy.
Nah, fuck that. Young Black Kings, we ain't gonna beat that dead horse. Listen to that episode last week. Me and Preston went in and we told you exactly what it was.
I missed that.
We got into the Deshaun Watson too. Yeah, but
I missed that shit.
Yeah. So I just want to wrap up.
My bad. Be long with it, fellas. My bad.
No, you cool. You haven't been on in a while, and I know the fans are waiting for. They're waiting for these takes, Cliff. That's why you know what I'm saying? They're waiting for these takes. But that's the Eagles. We are what we are. Like, I mean, Clear's hit it on the nose. We are fans. We're going to be watching. Clear just said, just get prepared for a long season. And I think that me and you have both said that, and we are prepared. We sitting here, like Cliff said, baby girl got something to do. Wifey got something to do on Sunday. We doing that. But you don't. I can't fight. If I'm looking at the Eagles, I can't fight for you, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's more important thing to be doing on a Sunday. It's always been more important than you doing on a Sunday, but I sacrifice that shit
TBD.
for you. You know what I'm saying?
For y'all. You know what I'm saying? For y'all. And I ain't doing that shit no more.
Points early. You know the game on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still going to do this for you. That's what you want to do? Fuck
right.
It's done, baby. Say less. Just say less. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit.
Yeah, so we already kind of talked about the next point, which was the upcoming draft, and we kind of anticipating them doing something with another quarterback. So we'll have our eyes put there. The only other thing around the league that I wanted to say was J.J. Watt is actually signed. He's a Cardinal now. He's over there. He's reunited with D-Hop, even though they play on two different sides of the ball. But them Texans, if it's an organization that's fucking it up more than us, I would have to say it's the Houston Texans, dog.
Texans.
At least we can look over there. Whenever it gets too bad, we can look over there and see the bullshit that they doing.
Yeah,
man.
it's a dumpster fire over there, man.
It is a dumpster fire. That's one thing that we talked about last week too. Me and Presco's is not feeling the way and that's why he made me call last week's episode that, which was rightfully so. Young Black Kings, because we don't like the way that the black free agent is treated versus the white free agent. The white free agent seems to land at his destination in a very timely manner. The narratives and everything in the news seem to go in his favor. They rephrase all of his accolades, tell you how good, even though that motherfucker washed, like JJ Watt had a good season in so long, but they keep telling you about when he was, you know what I'm saying? Versus Deshaun Watson, who is in the thick of his whose prime is being fucked over by other people, and they're trying to make it seem like he's, well, you know, he just signed a big contract. Well, you know, he just did this. Well, you know, he's giving his all in that organization is fucking him over, right? Like it's like
right. Don't fucking matter.
That's just where we're at with it. We really don't like it, but I did have to make note that JJ Watt is signed. JJ Watt is signed. JJ Watt is somebody who I believe is over the hill. He might get some good snaps or whatever out of Arizona, but he's not about to affect the game in which he once did. And we have viable players out here who have viable gripes with their team who will affect the game in that manner, and they're being held hostage, and that's cool. Yeah. When it's not even like they don't want to. It's not even like they're giving up on the organization. The organization is fucking them over, trading all the franchise players, trading all the help, leaving me with nothing. Like I said, I don't want to go back in the Young Black Kings again, but just in mentioning JJ Watt, that's the flip side of the coin. That wasn't to big up JJ Watt. I don't really have a care either way about JJ Watt, but it's really to say, like, damn, how come his situation can get solved, no problem, smooth? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's corny to me. Go ahead,
went public with it. Remember everything with that, where Deshaun Watson, they had not a GoFundMe. They created a campaign. We're going to get you released. We're going to go stop traffic and all this. This kid comes out and says, yo, don't go do that for me. We're going to figure this out internally. I appreciate everything. I get the fuck out of here. And they're holding them. JJ Watt goes public and makes everything public about it because, like you said, it's amazing how they code switch with the black player versus the white player. For instance, with Tom Brady, when you see Tom Brady dog somebody out or do the same exact shit that Lamar Jackson does or Deshaun Watson does, he's passionate. He's this, he's that. It's amazing. It's amazing what happens. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's amazing.
The only other NFL news that I had this week was got to give black woman her flowers. Maya Shaka, the first black woman named to the NFL referee staff. I like that name. That sounds like a strong black woman right there. Maya Shaka, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe they said.
Cocoa butter and shea or soy butter.
What was he, a teacher? What was her profession? What was she doing? I think they said she was a teacher or something like that. Or...
I'm not sure. I didn't look at her background. I'm gonna look into it.
I'm gonna look that up.
I don't want to misquote. But she did something like really dope before she got into officiating. I want to say she was either a teacher or a professor, but I don't want to misquote. So not the source. I'm not going to say that for sure, but. That is dope to see a woman get that, a black woman to get that position. I'm all about equality, so it's something officiating. If we got rough, these dudes can't see shit. Maybe the women got better eyes.
With the lady, shit. Mothers see everything. Mothers see everything and hear everything. So shit.
Eyes and got there see them damn plays. They missing every damn play. You know what I mean? So props to her for sure.
How about that?
Right. So definitely, it's a history being made. We want to give a big up to Maya Shaka being the first black woman referee in the NFL. Because we do like the NFL up, and rightfully so, because they're behind. They're late to the party and a lot of things in that aspect when it comes to just race. When it just comes to us, they're late to the party in a lot of shit. Sometimes they ain't even coming to the party, and they telling you we won't be at that party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're not attending. Shout out to Adam Silver. How about that? Shout out to Adam Silver. He gets it. He fucking gets it.
And then just the last bit of tidbit of football tonight, and I actually saw this, and Cliz brought it to my attention, man. But Flash Gordon is out here back in the headlines.
7-on-7.
He caught 2 touchdowns in that 7-on-7 game, one of which was the game-winning touchdown.
Game winner. I seen that, John.
Cliz posed the question: is that 7-on-7 bullshit? What do y'all think? I want to know what y'all think. Y'all, Ralph, you a football guy, and I know part of your football experience is in the spring when it get a little hot out there. They tend to leave the linemen alone. We'll holler at y'all. Yeah,
yeah. Y'all be good. Y'all figure it out.
You know what I mean? So, I'll go first.
I think might be a little opposite.
I don't think 7-on-7 is bullshit for the skill positions because I think not having linemen out there means you won't be the one blitzing. So that joker in front of you every play he's doing some shit and you gotta be ready for it. So I will say 7-on-7 does a lot for skill. For me, I'm not a football aficionado, but for me, it looks like in skill positions. Does it help the quarterback? No, the motherfucker's just sitting back there with no kind of pressure at all, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as that fight on the line, as far as that foot race between a cornerback, between a wide receiver, I think it's a lot is to be said in 7-on-7 for that. So I want to be one. I'm gonna hop out there on the ledge and I'm gonna put a little stock in here. Also because y'all know how I carry it. Uptown Tone is a pie head. I'm gonna carry it for the pie heads for my man Flash Gordon. There's nothing he can't do. He hasn't lost a step. I'm going out on deep end, man. Sign him again. Try it again. Y'all go ahead. Though. Y'all go ahead. I'm just trolling.
No, listen. I didn't watch the first thing. I'm gonna check it out though. It got some. It's real. I ain't gonna say it's straight BS. I mean, it's hard when you're trying to evaluate NFL talent looking at that.
Exactly.
From afar, as a fan's perspective, I like to watch a little flag football thing they had going on for a little while. The Mike Vick and Ocho Cinco had their little flag football league a little bit. I mean, it's just something fun, something to watch. Ain't nothing like the matchup between, like you said, the matchup between a quarterback and a cornerback and a wide receiver out there going at it. I looked up the rules. The way they got it is. There's a couple things I like, a couple things I don't like. All right, it's 3 offensive linemen, 3 defensive linemen, and then they got the wide receivers and tight ends and whatnot out there. You know what I'm saying? And then like on conversions, the quarterback get 4 seconds to throw a pass, and it's 1-on-1 receiver versus 1 quarterback and 1 wide receiver, and the quarterback got 4 seconds to throw the ball. So a little stuff like that make it interesting to watch. The shit I don't like is they repool the teams, they redraft the teams every week. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you only get 2. You get 2 franchise players that stay with your franchise through the whole league, the whole season, and the rest of the team, they mix up. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen stay together, though. They is like a set. So that shit is wild. Like, I'm like, how the hell y'all do that?
How do you reach top football if you're not playing together?
It's some black ownership in there, of the teams. I know Austin Eckler has a team. Nice. I think Quavo got a team. Quavo and somebody else got a team, and they with the ball from the young boy from they do the YouTube videos for the kicking young boy. I always like to follow his name, Destroyer. You know his name?
Yeah, I know his name. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
He
He didn't play college football because they was trying to get him
because he was monetized.
So
he everywhere now, though. He everywhere now.
It's something, another little venue to go check out. So I like it for that much. I'm going to check it out. It's streaming on Twitch every week, so I'm gonna check it out a little bit. Maybe some interest to watch it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But it's never going to be real football. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't evaluate talent, but maybe a little bit. You can. We talk about measurables when you talk about speed and and somebody how high somebody can jump and different things like that. And Josh Gordon still got that because he out there busting ass. So
right. He can locate that rock. He can locate that rock. I know that. In the crowd, he can locate that rock.
But it ain't totally BS. And remember this: Kurt Warner came from the Arena League. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. And what you call him? I keep forgetting his name, and I gotta stop disrespecting this bull because he's from Temple. He's from the city and everything. But me and Ease was sitting on one Sunday, not even Sunday, it was a Saturday, and we watched arena football. DJ PJ something.
The black quarterback. I forgot his fucking name. He played for the Panthers. He played for the Panthers.
He's not for kids. He can play. Yeah. You give him a pigskin and 11 and 10 other guys, he's gonna play some football. That boy is a football. You put him in any, and I think that when you have these little leagues, these novelty leagues, it's always those guys.
Still out there too playing.
Yeah, but it's always those guys in this novelty league. You don't know his story. You don't know why he's not playing at the top level, but he can play at the top level. And he's kind of trying to find his end. And he ends up in a league like that. So I would just say it's always, I would just look for the next name from that because the NFL is always fast. It's always forward thinking in that way. They don't leave any stone unturned when they're looking for talent and shit like that. They'll go anywhere looking for that.
It's a way to stay in shape. It's a way to get people look at you. So I'm not hating on it. I'm all about opportunities for best for your black men. As much as we get on sports and how backwards they are for these rich white dudes running it and all that, but sports has been one of the best ways for young black men to get some income and hopefully have an opportunity to create some generational wealth. So it's all about what you do with the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So like you said earlier, talking about LeBron and them, and you just gotta do it in your own way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And make sure you pave the way for the next generation to come after you. You know what I mean? Don't squander your opportunities for sure.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, man. That's all I got for the FoFoFo this week, man. I feel like it was a very strong episode. I appreciate you, Cliff. I appreciate you, Cliff.
I appreciate y'all guys inviting me. It was fun, man. Anytime.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is signal up, man. Put that signal up, man. Let me
you see him out there. You see him out there, man. No, we both are huge comic book fans. Not only that, but when I used to rap, I used to call myself the Black Bruce Wayne. So I definitely appreciate
Bruce Wayne. I knew that. Nigga.
I'm a black man. Comic books and anime and all that. So I don't just do sports. I do it all, man. So
my man Cliff.
Let me ask
you a question. COVID and everything. Go ahead, Cliff. Go ahead, ask him. Go ahead, ask him, Cliff. Put him on the hot spot.
Y'all hype for this Zack Snyder's Justice League or no? Because I am.
Is what?
The Zack Snyder's Justice League. We talked about a few years ago.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm glad to get all that extra because I liked even the Batman versus Superman extended.
Superman.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so me and you were like-minded with that. I love that movie.
That joint gonna be like 4 hours or something crazy. I heard though.
And it's rated R. It's rated R.
Yeah, okay, yep. I'm about to say if that's the joint that you sent me the whole synopsis and you was telling me to look at it because the bull had
this is like 2 years ago.
Yep. If that's coming to fruition, I definitely want to see that.
I believe.
Sure want to see that.
It's 18th. Yep, on HBO Max, 4 hours, rated R. That's like y'all comic book guys.
Let me check the post. Let me check the post of the room.
I'm just trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm
with that too. I'm with that. Yo, WandaVision. Yo, all right, we can rap.
Right.
We can plug me in with the man that got the man that can get to this man. Tone, please.
Right.
Listen, man.
I'm gonna put y'all together. Don't even worry about
it. You talk about the 420, man. Put them smoke signals in the air too, man. I see those too, man. You know what I mean?
Listen, we already here. Look, Cliff, you tell the people where they can find you, man. And when he's done clears, you tell the people where they can find you, man.
No doubt. Yo, check me out. It's your cousin Cliff talking shit. I'm on IG. It's CliffyBaby215. I got my own podcast too. If you get some time, check me out. It's called Driving in the Right Lane. Last Out Studios, everything else, Uptown Worldwide, FoFoFo podcast. My man Tone, you know what it is. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you too, Cliff.
Liz?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, you can catch me on IG just talking my regular shit. That's Swizz Marvel. That's SWIZZMARVEL. Under the same IG. You catch me the same name on Twitter, talking my sports shit, connecting with other folks in the city on my sports talk. Catch me on there too. Or, you know, I got a little Facebook group I'm jumping off and you don't know shit about sports. So, you know what I mean? We doing it, trying to get the podcast
Liz
and all
out
that
here.
too. So we definitely gonna connect and reconnect for sure. It was fun doing this, yo. Appreciate
sure,
y'all.
man.
No doubt.
Y'all know who
No
I
doubt.
am, man. I say it every week. It's Uptown Tone, Uptown Zone, man. Follow me on Uptown Tone on everything. Yep. FoFoFo. FoFoFo new episodes. It's coming. This episode will be out next week. Young Black Kings is out. Check me out on Uptown Tone presents the COVID Chronicles. Check me out on Streets is Watching. We out here, man. Podcast pioneer. We trying to be the new media out here, man. What we say matters. You know what I'm saying?
One more thing, Tone. One more
Go
thing.
ahead, Liz.
Shout out to Joel Embiid. He donated $100,000 to homeless in Philadelphia. And actually, a company I work for called Project Home was fighting homeless over shelters and things like that. So this is a dope move as we celebrate our Black Kings out here doing great things for the community. It's bigger than sports. It's bigger than all this, man. You always got to give back, and I just want to appreciate the board for that for sure.
And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Folks, we will see you next week. I appreciate you, gentlemen. FoFoFo. We here, man.
Thanks, fellas. Holla at y'all. Peace.